Greetings, noble guests. My name is Noblequest, and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes: Trails in the Sky. Last time we went through a bad stealth section. We should probably actually go to the inn or something. Pardon me. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to, yeah, we should probably rest at... Oh no, we missed the dinner party. Nah, anyway, it's, there we go, we just took a nap at our hotel room. Okay, but yeah, we actually won the tourney. I don't have to level grind, at least not at this point in the narrative. But yeah, we're going to the dinner party to meet the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, hopefully. Are we going to the castle already? To remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. Not just yet. Back already? Okay. I have a feeling that we should spend all that... Actually, hang on. What do our items look like? Just gonna do some quick shopping and... No, that's the bar. This Bracer Guild, the Fishing Guild. The Orbital Factory. Let's see what we can... Oh yes, all these are open. Excellent. Quartz. Not enough for that. Not enough for that. Oh, but I do have an... Wait, how come I have... If I already have Mind 3, do I really need Mind 2? Freeze is... a potential one. Okay. No, not enough for attack 3. Seal could work. Oh, shit. Yeah, all the good stuff is just out of my reach. Yeah, all the good stuff that I don't already have is just out of my reach at this point. Yeah, it's just out of... Shame, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. That's how my... Yeah, it's a shame that you can't buy more Sepith. But anyway, okay, looks like I'm all... Oh, I can buy this steel gauntlet for Zin. Okay, shield coat. Sure, I can buy 2 of those. That's right. That's right, we do... Steel gauntlets. Shield coats, and composites. There we go. Okay. sell off. Everything that I don't really need here. Let's see. Okay. Maybe. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, I think we are now ready. Alright. Okay, I think we are now ready. Are we going to the castle already? Just okay, so we're staying there. We'll be able to enter Grancel Castle. Well, let's show the gatekeeper our invitation then. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official business here, you need to leave. Hey. Hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. I have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See, right here, written invitation. Handed over invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation of your performance in the competition, you were cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay, you guys from the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So, is that you? You got it. We greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well, that's a pity. No matter. Please, go on in. Entering Zin and Company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate. Okay, 2. Okay, double gates. Nice. Nice security building. Wow. It's like the Hacken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I bet it's more solid too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital's been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Or so the stories say. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Go right in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. Okay. Whoa. You can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grancel Castle. Yours and his team, correct? Captain Amalthea. This is really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come at the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are? Haha, pardon me. I'm Captain Canone Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle's defense. I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You're too kind, really. And may I say I didn't know they made women as young as pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. Why, but you are the flatterer. I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Stell and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? I'm afraid not. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grandson. We never even heard of the follow-up report on it. Haha, I see, haha, that's really a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the heck's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now, we must show you to your rooms. I love veiled dialogue like, oh, rest assured that this will happen to the other person. Yeah, now we must show you to your rooms. Shreya, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. Haha, very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. That is what. Oh my goodness, Zen, you were looking at her as she was walking away, weren't you? As one fine woman. I hate to say this, Zen, but your taste in women is crap. There's something fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might be just his favorite type of woman. Haha, I just tend to find that women that turn out to be pretty good people. Tend to find that women like that turned out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers, so to speak. You're hopeless. Not that layers, you say? Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor! Oh, sorry about that. You're supposed to show us her room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I'm Shreya, a maid here at the castle. I'll be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Well, please show us the room, then. Certainly, it's on the second floor. Okay, they're actually showing us going to the room so that we know where it is. Thank you very much. This is actually very helpful to me. It's up the stairs. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that chandelier. Talk about classy. Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. Doesn't seem much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh, no, it's just that the head maid who tends... It's just that it's the head maid who tends her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on some subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come on then, shall we? Oh, so the head maid is the one looking after her and possibly poisoning her. Possibly. Okay, so it's on the left, down the hall. Third one on the right. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please, go on in. Okay, pardon us. Oh, and look at that. There's coincidentally 3 beds. Holy stragus. I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice. This will make a good story for later. I believe there's still some time before the party. You're free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the queen resides. It is a small palace of sorts, built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. Aha, the terrace is where Her Majesty greets the beautiful grand self and during the birthday festivities. So you cannot go into the royal keep itself. You may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the royal guard room and also the treasury, I believe. The royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrorist stuff. Yes, the intelligence division is currently occupying it. Interest is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others you were invited to? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright. Somewhere Klaus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Now then. Sil and Joshua exchanged a look that went unnoticed by Sin. Hey, Sin, we wanted to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be back in time for the party. Must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem, have fun. Me, I'm gonna kick back and relax in this oh-so-luxurious room. We need to get as much time as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees, too. You likely know most of them. Okay. Is there someone here? Ah, Joshua! Still, you made it. It's been quite a while. Hey, Dean Collins! It's quite a while. Dean Collins? You were invited to the banquet as well, sir? I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. The little mayoral birdie told me you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else would be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in the barrel. It's only fitting he be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. Wow, sounds big. So all those guys have been invited here too. Invited here too? No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill and General Morgan's away on official military business. Or is he? And Mayor Dalmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. Professor Russell. He is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's really the time to be holding a feast of all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunan stands on all of these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I'd like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia is the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere. I'm told she's coming to the capital as of a few days ago. She's here then? We'll have to meet her. I'm sure you'll have a chance. Okay. This room's empty. Probably Dean Collins' room. Ah! Mayor Mabel? And Lilia! And Lila. Joshua, Estelle. Ah, here at last. Kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you invited here too, Mayor? Hey, wait, you were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet at the castle. If I'd known, I would have cancelled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am. That would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Haha, don't worry. I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at a banquet. What with everything else going on, what is Duke Dunan thinking? Our captain was so stubborn about inviting me too. I had no real choice but to accept. Do you mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words are polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye when she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Hacken Gate? The General is unavailable is the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I'm sure I'd hoped he'd been in attendance at the banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this? Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect an announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands, letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. And there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Bowes post-haste. Okay. Okay, so... where am I allowed to go? Oh, these must be other rooms. Are there other guests of import here? Ah, Factory Chief Murdoch. Still Joshua. Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might be in attendance. I must say I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Gransell Castle. Cassius as kids to the boneyard. Heh, it took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Yeah, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Lyson Fortress. Professor Russ and the company are still in the run too. The army hasn't found him yet. The longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we've totally got that covered. We will get the Professor's message for Her Majesty one way or another. Okay. Who else is here? Nope. Nope. Oh. This is the place to talk. Please, come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Great! Nope. Ah, the Garden Terrace, okay. Oh wow, check that out. This must be the castle's Garden Terrace. I'd say so, you can see the whole lake from here. And it overlooks the town too. Must be great for reconnaissance. As nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. Got a job to do. Oh! This must be the royal keep. Huh? Who are you? Hey, you two. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. This person is Claudia asleep here as well. No, it's just, hey, Princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madam, we didn't know you were back already. Dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of Bracer's social standing would ever be invited here. A Bracer's social standing? Such discourtesy! You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle. No, that's not what... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Ah, she's intense. Wonder who she is. Madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the Colonel laid out. Yes, I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I'm terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Alright. It's fine. We'll do as you ask. I apologize. We weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then. Just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. I apologize you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I thought so. I'm the head maid of Grancel Castle and oversee all the housekeeping duties. Aha! We had a feeling. You might read this, but are we previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. Handed Julia's letter to Hilda. I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now's not a good time, we can try it later, but... No, it's not an issue. With their special ops men, have had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. When the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We had asked Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face. There's just too many particulars we don't know and that we really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Dunan and Colonel Richard were after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. Maybe difficult, but I think it's worth a try. We're gonna dress up as personal attendants, aren't we? I'm gonna need some time to get ready, so you can come back. So can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome. Understood. We'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll be serving shortly. Now it's probably best if you wait in your room. Okay, so... Yeah, and that... See? Now I know exactly where my room is. Thank you very much, game, for showing me. So actually, I'm curious. What's down here? Oh, it's a map room. It's a study. It's a library. What are those intelligence people at the intelligence division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. Yeah, they're definitely sus, all right. Hey guys, talk about being late. Party's about to start, you know. Sorry, we got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. Huh? Well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Orleans. Also, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Ah, I see. I guess work as bracers is costing me quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right, for a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim flights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty, which isn't too bad. Normally that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. With all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Haha, yeah, it could be. I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. Wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roland. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't have to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Ah, okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago, when a case brought her to Calvine. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Your master? Yeah, probably Dad. Please pardon me, the table for the dinner party has been set. Can I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with wedding anyhow. Alright, wanna go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. This is a dinner party, right? With all the empty plates, then. Plenty of knives and forks, too. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything's come out in a specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean you have to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I told you that you're acquainted with everyone. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the east usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in the barrel does the barrel and stew policy. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use the knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. Haha, you flatter me. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. He's more being polite than a lech, though. Anyway, His Grace is really late. Gee, I wonder if he's been murdered. Look at me and my dark predictions. Wonder what he's up to. Maybe being murdered. Indeed, I do think he's been murdered. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Indeed, perhaps it's intended for Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Presenting His Grace the Duke. The butler just looks so tired, and that's completely understandable. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. You've got to be kidding. We're having dinner with him? I suspected this might happen, but it's so unnerving. Ha ha ha, excellent, excellent. Let's see you, Mayor Maple. What do you think of Grandsell Castle's master chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Rose's Anterose restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. Haha, you're not the first to say such things. One of you, Zin, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't know if the words describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberland cuisine, though. Good, good, I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Oh, snap. Haha, indeed it is a genuine treat. Hmm? It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend such a prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. There we go, Joshua, with the damage control. Hahaha, very kind of you, just say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let's put social classes and ranks aside for the even... Really? Okay. A little unexpected to hear from this guy, but okay. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah, yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement, of course. Figured. An announcement? And what's might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she's been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Ah, that's excellent news. We'll possibly go and check in on her. Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorist plague in the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Haha, indeed you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as is previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Duna. Well, what? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised to hear when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, I might add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what's supposed to be a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to scratch credulity. Mayor Mabel, are you saying that you cannot take His Grace at his word? Nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. Aye, that's true. Possible I like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Her unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first. Help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Ahem! Yes, well, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us. We must be watchful for any action on the part of the Arabonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations. But you thought it would be best to inform us first so we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? Aha, I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. This all comes to pass. Her we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we'll have to announce this as citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who has the same right of succession? Well, no doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne. It would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility on a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. Oh my. I understand. If that happens, then we'll have two major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Is it? I don't mind. Speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't seem like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing, particularly a foreigner. So how can we making this announcement now? Solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Braces to win the championship. We wanted to inform the Guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess Libero's military embraces are just as good of terms as the stories say. That's because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the Guild then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was. Can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. Really, what a shame. That food was so amazing it was practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though. Haha, understandable enough. Anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I bet you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've got to be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Okay. There we go. I think this seems like a good time to stop. Alright, thank you all for joining me. See you next time.